And now, the general weather around Alaska.
Good afternoon. I'm National Weather Service meteorologist John Cowen with your Alaska Public Forecast. We'll start off taking a look at our hazardous weather map across the state. You can see we only have a couple of advisories in there. Winter weather advisory in effect for the Brooks Range. Due to some blowing snow in the Anaktuvik Pass area, stronger winds are expected to die off tonight, so expect those visibilities to come up. Taking a look at the southern part of the Panhandle, we have a cold weather advisory in effect due to some below average temperatures expected for tonight. And that is going to be due to the fact that we have some pretty strong high pressure in place over across the eastern portions of the state into the Panhandle. And we expect that to last over the next couple of days, so the eastern half of the state is generally where we will expect to see the colder temperatures. Across the west coast, though, we do have some unsettled weather moving into the area, again bringing the warmer temperatures, some mixed precipitation to the southwestern portions of the state, including the eastern Aleutians, and then generally snow as we get into the northwestern portions of the interior. So taking a look at today's weather, again, the satellite showing where that unsettled weather is across the west coast. And then getting into tonight, we can see the snow showers starting to work their way into the central interior portions of the north slope as well. High pressure, again, remaining in control across the southeastern quadrant of the state, keeping those cooler temperatures and generally more pleasant weather. Getting into Tuesday, the low starts to track east across the northern portions of the state, and then behind this front we'll see some colder air starting to move back in, so expect a reinforcing shot of colder temperatures as the front moves into the interior. High pressure again remains in control across the southeastern portions of the state, and then by Wednesday generally unsettled weather across the interior. However, this front does begin to die out, though we do have some lingering snow showers across a good portion of the interior. South central still staying relatively clear. And then across the Bering Sea, we do have a low that'll be bringing unsettled weather in the form of rain to the central and western Aleutians. Taking a look at our temperature forecast over the next couple of days, we'll start out with our lows on Tuesday morning. Again, the eastern interior is where we'll see the colder temperatures. Either side of zero expected for most areas, although the Yukon Flats will generally be cooler, along with the upper Tanana Valley and the mid-teens below. Taking a look at the Panhandle, we do have temperatures in the teens to around 20 for the southern part of the Panhandle. Again, that's where we have our cold weather advisory in effect for tonight. And then across south central, generally looking at 20s along most of the immediate coast, single digits as we get towards the Anchorage Bowl. And then over the west coast, you do start to see the warmer temperatures starting to creep in across the YK Delta, just below zero, or just below freezing rather, in this area. Taking a look at our high temperatures for Tuesday afternoon, now you can really see the resurgence of warm temperatures across the west coast, looking at freezing to just above freezing for most areas, even into the Seward Peninsula. Even portions of the far northwestern portions of the state, again, seeing temperatures near freezing, which is fairly above average for this time of year. Still looking at single digits to teens generally for the eastern interior, and then either side of freezing for most of the Panhandle. And then by Wednesday morning, our low temperatures, again, looking at teens to 20s for most of the Panhandle, single digit below to double digit below for most of the eastern interior. Again, the warmer temperatures are going to be on the western portions of the state, where even low temperatures Wednesday morning may not get much below freezing across the YK Delta. And then most of the Aleutians, again, looking at mid to upper 30s. By Wednesday afternoon, the warm temperatures again across the west coast, even up to in the mid-30s across Kodiak Island. However, we do start to see the cool down coming into effect here. High temperatures again for Wednesday afternoon, starting to cool down into below zero across the northwestern portions of the state as the cold front moves its way east. And then taking a look at our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, you can see things stay generally cool across the Panhandle, so we don't expect that high pressure to really go anywhere, although we do have an active pattern across the western portions of the state where we would expect the warmer temperatures. And then the same goes for the precip. Generally with the colder temperatures, we do expect drier conditions. So across the eastern portions of the state, we do expect drier than average with wetter than average across the western portions of the state. And that'll wrap up our public forecast. I'm National Weather Service meteorologist John Cowen.